Welcome to an incredible journey. Today, we're going to explore 15 simple but powerful things that could be quietly holding you back. Imagine letting go of what's been dragging you down and waking up every day feeling lighter, more focused, and full of purpose. These aren't just suggestions, they're real steps to becoming a happier, healthier version of yourself. If you're ready to make that change, you're in the right place. As we go through each lesson, take a moment to really think about how it applies to your life and share your thoughts in the comments. Stick around until the end. What you learned today could be the start of something amazing. Let's dive in. Imagine you're walking through a forest and you come across a path that leads into darkness. You feel the pull to explore it, but something inside you warns against it. This is how relationships can sometimes feel, especially when someone close to you causes harm. The instinct to confront or demand explanations is strong. But what if, instead, you chose a different path? When someone hurts us, it's tempting to seek validation by explaining ourselves or seeking confrontation. However, real strength lies in quietly stepping back and focusing on your growth. Picture yourself tending to a garden, your personal well-being. Every time you walk away from toxic interactions, you're planting seeds of self-respect and inner peace. Focus on nurturing your garden, rather than wasting energy on weeds. Eventually, those who hurt you may realize their mistakes, but it's not your responsibility to wait for their acknowledgement. By stepping away, you're prioritizing your own journey, creating space for relationships that are rooted in respect and authenticity. We often set goals with the best intention, but life has a way of showing us that not every goal aligns with our true path. Think of your goals as destinations on a map. Sometimes you might discover that the destination no longer excites you, or the journey there feels like a burden rather than an adventure. It's okay to change direction, but do it with purpose. Letting go of goals isn't about giving up. It's about refining your focus. Imagine you're sculpting a masterpiece. You don't need to show every chisel mark to the world. Quietly, you refine your vision, letting go of parts that don't fit until what's left is truly aligned with who you are. This process is deeply personal. Keep your intentions private, like a treasured secret, until they're fully formed. By guarding your plans, you protect them from unnecessary scrutiny and allow yourself to move forward with clarity and intention. Relationships are like delicate tapestries woven with shared moments, trust, and intimacy. When a relationship ends, it's like tearing a thread from that tapestry, leaving behind a frayed edge. It's natural to want to talk about it, to vent, or to seek comfort by sharing the details. But consider the impact. By keeping the intimate details of your relationships private, you preserve the dignity of what was shared. Think of it as protecting the sanctity of that tapestry. Even if the relationship ends, the beauty of what once was deserves respect. Discussing it publicly only invites gossip and judgment, which can further complicate the healing process. Instead, focus on introspection. Use the end of a relationship as a mirror to reflect on your own growth. What did you learn? How can you carry these S forward? By maintaining this privacy, you not only heal more gracefully, but also cultivate wisdom and maturity. Imagine you're standing by a calm lake, the surface smooth and reflective. Now picture someone throwing a rock into the lake, causing ripples that disturb the peace. This is what happens when we raise our voices in anger. It disrupts the calm, not just for others, but for ourselves. In moments of tension, when emotions are high, it's easy to lose control and let anger take the lead. But what if, instead, you chose to harness that energy? Picture yourself channeling your frustration into something productive, like a sculptor molding clay. Instead of letting the intensity of the moment control you, use it to fuel your growth and drive towards your goals. Practice mindfulness in these moments. Pause, breathe, and reflect. By keeping your cool, you not only diffuse the situation, but also demonstrate emotional intelligence. The quieter approach often leads to more effective resolutions and helps maintain your inner peace. Judgments are like shadows. They can darken our perspective and create distance between us and others. When we judge, we're often projecting our own insecurities or misunderstandings onto someone else. But what if you could let go of this habit and instead focus on fostering a more positive and open-minded outlook? When you find yourself judging someone, pause and consider what's really behind that thought. Is it a reflection of something within you? By keeping these judgments to yourself, or better yet, releasing them altogether, you create space for more constructive thoughts. Diplomacy and empathy should guide your interaction. Approach others with an open heart and mind, seeking to understand rather than to criticize. This shift not only improves your relationships, but also contributes to a more harmonious environment where kindness and respect are the norms. Life is a unique journey, and each person walks their own path. Imagine you're on a mountain trail focused on reaching your own summit, but every time you look at someone else's path, you stumble on your own. This is the danger of comparison. It distracts you from your journey and undermines your confidence. Instead of looking at what others have achieved, focus on your own progress. Celebrate your milestone, no matter how small they may seem. Picture your life as a tapestry woven with your own experiences, strengths, and challenges. No two tapestries are the same, and that's the beauty of it. Comparison is a thief of joy. By letting go of this habit, you free yourself to appreciate your own journey, to embrace your individuality, and to move forward with clarity and purpose. Remember, the only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Social media is like a vast ocean, filled with islands of information, entertainment, and connection. But if you're not careful, it's easy to get lost in its depth, comparing your behind the scenes with others' highlight reels. This can lead to a sense of inadequacy and disconnection from your own life. Think of social media as a tool, a library you visit with a purpose. Before you open an app, ask yourself what you hope to gain. Are you looking for inspiration, connection, or simply passing time? Set boundaries for your usage, like limiting the time you spend scrolling each day, and be mindful of how it affects your mood. Remember, your life is a unique story, filled with its own chapters of highs and lows. Use social media to enhance your journey, not to detract from it. When you approach it with intention, you can protect your mental well-being and stay grounded in the reality of your own life. Imagine yourself on a stage, performing to an audience that expects you to be someone you're not. It's exhausting, trying to meet everyone's expectation. But what if you could step off that stage and live in a way that honors your true self, free from the need for approval? Seeking others' approval often means compromising your own desires and values. It's like wearing a mask that hides your true face. But real fulfillment comes from aligning your actions with your inner voice, even if it means disappointing others. Start by trusting your intuition. Before making decisions, ask yourself if it's what you truly want, or if you're doing it to please someone else. Build self-esteem by recognizing your own worth and surrounding yourself with people who support your authenticity. By living true to yourself, you reclaim your power and write your own story with confidence and courage. Relationships are like mirrors, reflecting back to us who we are and what we need to learn. They offer insights into our strengths, weaknesses, and areas for growth. But just as you wouldn't want a stranger peering into your mirror, it's important to keep the details of your relationships private, especially when they end. When a relationship ends, it's natural to feel a range of emotions, from sadness to relief. However, sharing the intimate details with others can lead to gossip and misunderstandings, complicating the healing process. Instead, treat the end of a relationship as a time for personal reflection. What did this relationship teach you? How have you grown? By keeping the details private, you protect the dignity of both parties and create space for introspection. This approach fosters maturity and allows you to carry the ES learned into future relationships, helping you grow with grace and wisdom. Imagine setting sail on a grand adventure, with your expectations as the wind in your sails. But if those sails are too large, if your expectations are unrealistic, they can steer you off course and into turbulent waters. Unrealistic expectations set you up for disappointment, as they often reflect an idealized version of life that doesn't match reality. To let go of these expectations, start by recognizing them. Are they weighing you down or lifting you up? Reflect on whether they truly reflect your values and who you are. Practicing acceptance is key. Acceptance of yourself, your journey, and the things you can't control. Set goals that are realistic and achievable, and celebrate every step forward. By adjusting your sails to match the winds of reality, you can navigate life's challenges with grace and find joy in the journey, rather than constantly chasing an elusive ideal. Language is a powerful tool, shaping not only our thoughts and emotions, but also our relationships and the world around us. Imagine words as seeds. What you plant will grow. If you plant seeds of kindness, understanding, and encouragement, you'll cultivate a garden of positivity. But if you're careless with your words, planting seeds of negativity, gossip, or criticism, you risk creating a toxic environment. Start by being mindful of the language you use, both with yourself and others. Choose words that uplift and inspire, that foster understanding and empathy. Before you speak, ask yourself, is this kind? Is this necessary? Is this true? By practicing conscious use of language, you contribute to a more compassionate world and you create a positive impact on those around you. Self-doubt is like a shadow that follows you around, whispering that you're not good enough, that you'll fail if you try. It's a thief that robs you of your potential and keeps you stuck in a place of fear and hesitation. But what if you could step out of that shadow and into the light of self-confidence? Start by recognizing where your self-doubt comes from. Is it rooted in past experiences, comparisons, or unrealistic expectations? Once you identify its source, you can begin to challenge those beliefs. Set realistic goals that align with your strengths and values, and celebrate each step forward, no matter how small. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you, and practice self-compassion. Remember, confidence isn't about never feeling doubt. It's about moving forward despite it. By eliminating self-doubt, you empower yourself to pursue your dreams with courage and determination. Toxic habits are like weeds in a garden. They choke out the good plants and drain your energy. These habits can take many forms, from procrastination and negative self-talk to unhealthy coping mechanisms. But the good news is, just as weeds can be pulled out, toxic habits can be eliminated too. Start by identifying these habits. Which ones are holding you back from living your best life? Once you've identified them, make a commitment to let them go. Replace them with positive rituals that support your well-being, like regular exercise, mindfulness practices, or creative expression. Create an environment that nurtures your growth, surrounding yourself with positivity and support. Be patient with yourself as you make these changes. It's a process, not an overnight transformation. By eliminating toxic habits, you clear the way for a brighter, healthier future, where you can thrive and grow. Negative self-talk is like a storm cloud that hovers over you, darkening your mood and distorting your perception of reality. It's that critical voice inside that tells you you're not good enough, that you can't succeed. But what if you could dissipate that cloud and replace it with sunshine? Start by noticing when you're engaging in negative self-talk. What triggers these thoughts? Once you're aware of them, challenge them. Are they based on facts, or are they irrational beliefs? Practice self-compassion by speaking to yourself as you would to a friend, kindly, gently, and with understanding. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, and focus on your strength. Surround yourself with positivity, whether it's through uplifting music, inspiring books, or supportive people. By nurturing a kind and empowering inner voice, you build resilience and confidence, allowing you to face challenges with a positive mindset. The fear of failure is like a heavy anchor that keeps you from setting sail on new adventures. It whispers that it's safer to stay where you are, to avoid risks, and to play it safe. But what if you could lift that anchor and embrace failure as a stepping stone to success? Failure is not the end. It's a valuable learning experience. When you shift your perspective and see failure as an opportunity for growth, you unlock your potential. Think of each failure as a chance to refine your approach and improve. Embrace a growth mindset where challenges are viewed as opportunities to learn and develop. Take risks, step out of your comfort zone, and trust in your ability to overcome obstacles. Remember, the greatest successes often come after the biggest failures. By eliminating the fear of failure, you free yourself to pursue your dreams with courage and determination. I hope these lessons have inspired you on your journey of self-discovery and growth. Remember, the path to a fulfilling life is paved with continuous learning and reflection. If you found these insights helpful, show some love by liking this video and subscribing for more. Let's keep supporting each other as we quietly eliminate what no longer serves us and embrace habits that nurture our well-being. Thank you for joining me on this meaningful exploration. Here's to living a life filled with positivity, resilience, and self-fulfillment.